We're going to wait a little bit, let some people hop on before we start diving into all the good stuff. But I just realized I left the old bang out last night, and now we gotta, let's see if I can show you without spilling it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's slushy. We got a slushy. Very interesting. At least I think it's a slushy and not a solid block. We're about to find out with the old key trick. Yep, just a slushy. So still drinkable. So good. That's good. If I'm not mistaken, I think today's the day that we get the heat in the labyrinth. So that'll be nice. Maybe it'll be warm enough to do the pre-lift lives in there. I mean, we could definitely do it in there. Just the toes get a little achy, a little frozen. But you just got to wear 2 socks if that's the case. So I'm just checking out some of these buttons. Yesterday we found the games. So maybe we'll try this game out. This one's called Flames and so I wonder what this game is going to be. Playing little video games in the morning. I don't even know. It looks like a card game or something. I don't think this is going to be one of the games that we play. I don't understand what the point of the game is. They tell you how to play it. Remember I was telling you yesterday how the touch screen is being very touchy? Well, that's enough fun for that game. Was enjoyed. Let's see. What's up, man? This is how you doing? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Doing the old pre-lift live. Just messed around with the YouTube video game, which was interesting. Maybe we'll try another one if you guys want. Let's see. We got some people in here. Remember to hit that thumbs up button. Looks something like this. What's up, Brian? Long time no talk. It's like only last night we were doing the post lift live and the lift live, and then in the morning the pre-lift live. But how's your arms feeling today, Brian? Still feeling like a good practice? Let's see. I know I said earlier, but I'll say it again. I think today is the day that we get heat in the labyrinth, if I'm not mistaken. Brian says much better today. Got some blood in there yesterday. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a good training. There's pros and cons to both. When you have a huge turnout, there's pros and cons to that. When you have a small turnout, there's pros and cons to training. Like Tuesday was myself, Brian, and Selah, and it was a good training. Because we can keep what we're working on the same area. We can keep on the same mindset. We kept a good pace. I think the only time we took breaks is when people's arms were throbbing. And as soon as they stopped throbbing, people went back to the table. So I say that's a good practice right there. Let's see. Let me know if you guys got any questions today. Arm wrestling questions, powerlifting, strength related, any upcoming matches. I know yesterday we were talking about a possible Levon bicep tear. I didn't look into anything yet. I was just talking with Sup Dog. I think Sup Dog is the one that brought it up. Kaylin, what's up? What's up? She says, "Hey Nick, let's go with a snowman, a truck, a tomahawk, a feather, a tennis racket, a chain, and the old corn cob." Speaking of the corn cobs, I just happen to have a couple right here. Pink, which is actually so far the most popular color, and we got blue. Pinks are going quick. I think I got one or two left. I'm gonna keep one because I'm using it. I'm gonna keep at least two of them because I'm using them. Actually, I have at least three of them because I have the gray one. The gray one is it's the same exact design. The only difference is with the gray one is it's actually overkill. It's too thick, it's too strong, it's like indestructible. These ones are perfect. And it just so happens, so we get the Team Stone strap. So what you want to do to save the handles, instead of putting a collar beaner on the handle, the metal will slowly wear out the handle. You put the strap on through the handle. Then you'll be able to do your exercises. It's locked on. It's adjustable. You can change the length very quick. It's going to save the handle. And we just happen to have a bundle deal with the strap and the corn cob. So keep that in mind. So let's see. Kevin says, "Hey Nick, had a short chat with O'Neill. Quotations, bro Neil. He said arm wrestling changed his life. Be nice if he shared his testimony with us sometime." Absolutely, that'd be awesome. Some reason I'm shooting a blank on O'Neill. O'Neill Broneal. I shouldn't, because we were talking about him yesterday. Yeah, some reason I can't put a face to that name right now, Carolyn. I feel like as soon as I remember who it is, I'm gonna be like, oh, how did I forget that? Nope. If anyone's wondering what the Facebook And the Instagram is Nightbot put it in, so feel free to send a friend request, or if you're interested in the t-shirts, the corn cobs, or even coaching, shoot me a message and we'll get the gains. Galen says, Nick, I saw the small child with cameras at Badgers. Yeah, it was funny. I wonder if we were joking yesterday. I wonder if those cameras were even on, or if like the parents just gave him the camera to, you know, give him something to do. And Kalen says the red light was flashing on the camera. Oh, so it must be they got the shots. So I wonder. That is funny. That is funny. I wonder whose YouTube they're gonna be on. What's up, Josh? I appreciate that. Definitely helps out. I don't think there's even an option for that on the tablet, because I've never seen one until we did that one time on the FaceTime StreamYard. Kalen says, that pulled Bigelow at Natty Bros that you after pulled at Badgers super heavyweight from Granite Arms. Oh, okay, Yonel. Yep, I know Yonel. His last name must be O'Neill. Yonel O'Neill. Broneill for short. But yep, I know exactly who we're talking about now. Let's see. Kalen says to Josh, you had a good Christmas, bro? That is a good question. Josh, you have a good Christmas yesterday? I think you did. I think it was a good one. Let's see. We got a little more people. Then we do thumbs up. If you guys remember to hit that thumbs up, be greatly appreciated. Now, I don't understand the YouTube algorithm. I don't think anybody does, even if they say they do. But I know that the thumbs up helps the YouTubers. Josh says, I did actually made a merch logo and ordered some shirts, a hat, and a hoodie. Yeah, got to be with my daughter. That's awesome. That's what I call a win-win. Kalen says today's the day, propane lifting party. Very true. Very true. As long as we actually have the propane and nobody, loses any fingers in the process of putting in the heater. But I got faith. Josh is big W, bro. Absolutely. Josh, why don't you let the people know? I'm sure they'd like to get some of those shirts, hats, and hoodies. Where can they get that stuff? Maybe a Facebook message? Maybe an Instagram message? Kalen says, awesome, Josh. Definitely is. Let's see. I know we brought it up earlier in this video and yesterday, but does anyone know if Levon has a serious bicep injury? Because that was the talk of the live yesterday and last night. I keep on forgetting to look it up, see if there is. Josh says, oh, snap. Well, I'm testing out the quality first. Don't want to get a bunch of subpar merch. That's very smart. That's a smart idea. you're gonna have to save a couple of those shirts because those are first edition. They're gonna be worth something. I mean, they're already worth something, but down the road, it's gonna be even worth more. First edition. So yeah, keep a couple of those shirts, a couple of those hoodies real nice. That's what I would do. At least one. Keep the first edition, maybe hang them up on your wall or something. I like to hang the hats and the shirts up on the wall as like a little little yard. I mean, wall decoration, not yard decoration, wall decoration. Well, yeah, I always thought that's cool. I kind of got a little something going on with the Team Stone shirts. We got them all lined up in order, and I'm also all of my super matches. I put the shirts up on the wall in order, so it's cool. It shows like as you look through it, you can see like the history of the shirts as well as the order of the matches. Well, that's good. If anyone watched the video last night, how was I know it was dark. I had the light, but how was the visual? Was it really rough? Was it super blurry, or was it not that bad? Galen says that's nice, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. The old shirts on the walls, definitely nice decoration. Plus, sometimes, I guess it's like 50% of the time I get the shirts. They always tend to be just a little too small, you know. Those shirts when you put your hands up like this and it shows your belly button. So that's another good reason why we hang them up on the wall. Galen says, amazing, Nick. I would say something. I watch on a 75-inch TV, gains perception. Oh, not perception, perfection. Absolutely. Josh says the shirts are just two. Long sleeve, moisture wicking, one black, one white. The hat is all red, like Nick's hats with my logo on front left, and that camera guy written across the back fitted. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, after this live, I'm about to I'll shoot you a message. I'm curious who you used for a t-shirt guy, hoodie and hat guy. That's interesting. I'm excited. Kalen says, Nick, you looked super jacked in Natty Bros shirt. Megan Gaines. Absolutely. I appreciate that. If you're wondering, that shirt was a was a 3X. It was a 3X. Some reason there was sleeves, but it felt like almost like a tank top. I told the Natty Bros, I said, is it if they run a little small, I'll get a 4X. So next time we'll go 4X. We'll see what happens. Kalen says, Nick, is the High Chief excited about his next Dungeon Super Series? LOL. Absolutely. Chief is excited, but also he is, let's see, this is not the right word, not nervous, but not because of the arm wrestling, but because of he's got all his stuff, he's got all his toys, all his bikes and his trucks, and with all those people, he just gets a little nervous that people might do something not so nice to the stuff, even if by accident, even if they don't do it on purpose. Like if someone one of the Chief is worried about if like someone sits on one of the bikes and then knocks it over. That would not be fun. He's got a lot of antique Harleys and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. But I could definitely understand that, you know. But with that being said, Chief is definitely excited. He actually he's been helping me pick some opponents for himself that will be an absolute battle. So I'm excited. I'm excited. But yeah, Chief is definitely excited. Now I don't want to speak too much for him. Maybe I'll ask him tomorrow. If I can get my phone before practice tomorrow, I'll be able to go live and stuff like that. So we'll be able to do live. If not, I'll have to go old school, do the old record, and then post later. You do something like that probably. I'll check that out, Josh. I'll definitely check that out. Okay. All right. I'll definitely check that out. Josh, I appreciate that. And I also appreciate you deleting that comment. For some reason, um, the tablet is very touchy when I try to touch the comments. Like if I want to delete something or block someone, it's very touchy. I'm not able to click on it. Like right now, I'm trying to click on the comment. Maybe my thumbs are too fat or something. But that's all right. We got the moderators in the chat, the heavy hammers, so we don't got to worry. Oh, so mad. You look like a new name. We like to ask this question to newbies. Who is your favorite arm wrestler and why? Because this is an arm wrestling channel and we like to talk about arm wrestling. So maybe you're new and you don't know what arm wrestling is. So maybe you still got some questions. So let us know about arm wrestling. So let's see. Kalen says, that's great news, Nick. I feel you have good eyes on the ground. Thomas Didi, Mike, etc. I see you went over to a lady, Nick. I imagine she was trying to record. You were right on it with Didi. I watched. Yeah, I just it's very tricky. You know, I tried to be as polite as possible. I think sometimes maybe with this, you know, because of the size I am, maybe they, you know, I asked her nicely, but I still kind of feel bad. You know what I mean? She's a little nice old lady, but she understood. She definitely understood, and she was awesome about it. And I think she had a great time. I think she had a great time. Yeah, stuff like that is tricky, you know, especially when you got a pay-per-view and stuff like that. Especially with the charity, you know, I was really worried about, you know, if the matches got out, it would potentially, you know, take away from the charity, you know, if that makes sense. So she was definitely cool about that. And I told her and her husband they are welcome, more than welcome, to come back for the next one. We got tickets for them. All right. Very nice. Very nice. It's about time you found a team to arm wrestle, you know? But you found the right spot. If you're looking for an arm wrestling team, let us know your general area and we might be able to point you in the right direction. Kalen says, awesome, Nick. Yeah, I was just guessing. Yeah, it was a good guess. That was a good guess. Definitely was. Oh, Josh says, do you practice with the team ever? To Mad. And he says, I meant, how long have you been arm wrestling? So, let's see. Doesn't look like maybe Mad will be here a little longer, maybe not. Sounds like he wants everyone else to make the gains, and that's with 3 Z's. In case you're wondering how to spell gains, 3 Z's, all capitals. Oh, there it is. The old moderator dropping the hammer. So we'll see. Well, Suzuki. I was just about to say Matt, just watch out, you might get Suzuki, but Josh beat me to it. That is funny. That is funny. That's good, clean fun right there. That is funny. How's the audio, guys? Can you guys hear me nice and clear? Or? Not too bad. Karen says like and share, friends. Absolutely. Hit that thumbs up, share the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. It definitely helps out the channel. So definitely thank you for liking and sharing. Josh is always good in the car. Absolutely. It's got that what's that called? The shower effect. You know, people sing, the singers, when they put themselves in that little room to get the the sound up. That's what we're doing. Kaylin says it's been perfection the last few days and in the lab. That's what I'm talking about. Josh has good acoustics. Absolutely. Kaylin says I turned up the heavy lift live with Brian and Sailor. Could hear you guys also. Was magic. That's what I'm talking about. Kaylin says I got to scramble to get ready for work. Oh, well, good luck. Good luck. Make sure you have a good day and get them gains. Let's see. What else can we talk about, guys? Oh, I appreciate the comment, Vibo. That's nice of you. Galen said, thanks, you too, Nick. Yeah, I'm going to get the gains tonight. Got the rack out and ready to get arm wrestling table moved. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Josh is hot. Inserted an ad. Also, you guys got hit with an ad? Oh, boy. Good old YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, does anyone know what the first ever video posted on YouTube was? Because I wonder if the first ever video is still up. That's interesting. Oh, today's training is going to be recovery lift. Brian says, yeah, it's up. It's a guy at the zoo. Oh, very nice. Very cool. The old, I wonder how many views. Does it have like 1 trillion views? The first one ever? That is funny. And Brian says, I think it's a YouTube creator. Oh, that could make sense. You know, maybe he just threw something up to get it started. That is funny. So Josh says it's at that camera guy, 98. You talking about that's the first video? Must be missing something. But Drew, what's up, Drew? Welcome, welcome. You guys missed the video games we played on the live. It wasn't that good though. I don't know if you guys know, YouTube has these like Facebook style games. There's like 12 of them. We tried the Flames and Fortune. Not that good. There's a whole bunch of stuff we could try. If you guys want to try a game, let me know. Thief puzzle, hide and seek. A whole bunch of stuff. Josh says, yeah, me, first video. I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it. It was probably the first day you were reunited, or not reunited, first day you met your camera, you know? That's what I picture. That's good. Who says, too bad that Josh guy couldn't make it again, with a little sad face and a tear. I feel you, man. I feel you. But don't worry. Maybe it's might be able to get down there today, depending on what time we get done with the heater. We're gonna get down to it later on in the day. We got another Christmas party, so that'll be fun. But if I can make it down to the store, get a new phone, switch it all over, I'll have that join button back. But let's see. Josh says probably we'll find that join or invite button. Yeah, we gotta find that missing button. This tablet does some interesting stuff. At least anytime I try to schedule a live, if I schedule a live on this tablet and I post it, it will tell me, you guys might have seen it before. If not, it tells me we're live, but at the same time, it tells me there is no service. Try to reconnect. It's also telling me to turn the tablet. And when I turn the tablet, all the comments and all the words on the screen are sideways. So it's very interesting. I've noticed it's only been doing that if I schedule a live. That's when it does that. So it's very interesting. Yeah, Drew, we're gonna get a good one. We're gonna get a good one. I might try to find one that's a little tougher. So I got 2 other phones. Josh gave me a phone. Nick gave me a phone. So maybe I'll get a phone that's a little tougher that can hotspot, and I'll use those other 2 phones as cameras because there's good cameras on them. So we'll see. Definitely gonna get something good. Drew says because you need to start the live with the tablet sideways already from the start. Well, that's the thing. I have it, vertical right now, and when I set it up as vertical, and YouTube changes it. It like gets confused with itself. So when I turn, that's interesting. But we'll figure it out. Don't worry, guys. Let's see. Josh says, yeah, I removed one that was just sitting there. LOL. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Drew says, so start it sideways next time. I mean, I can't. I mean, I could. It's just very tricky to do it sideways because I'm balancing the tablet either on, something right in the car. It's a little tricky to do sideways. So I got to balance it between the wheel and the visor. This way I could just put it on the wheel and it balances itself. But that's the thing. Yeah, Josh says there's an overlay that locks it in. That's the thing. I have it on vertical, and when I schedule it and go live, it tells me to switch, which is interesting. But at the same time, it keeps all the comments sideways, and I just thought it was interesting. But don't worry, guys, we'll get there because you know what they say. YouTube can't stop us. They try. Josh says landscape is side to side. All right, I appreciate that. Laurel, good morning. Good morning to you too. If anyone's wondering what the Facebook is or the Instagram, Nightbot, put it right there in the comments. Feel free to shoot me a friend request, shoot me a message if you guys are interested in Team Stone t-shirts. I just happen to have one right here. Team Stone t-shirts. These go for $30. If you are a member, you get a 5% discount on Team Stone t-shirts, as well as corn cob handles and Team Stone straps. Just happen to fit perfectly with the corn cob handle. We also do have Turtle Man 2 shirts. This is the only thing that the discount is not applied to. Total Man 2. The reason for that is 100% of the money from these shirts is given to the Turtle Man charity. So if you guys want to rock out with some Team Stone, some Turtle Man stuff, shoot me a message on Facebook, and we'll take it from there. Also, too, sometimes Facebook, when people shoot a message, it will put it in, what's it called? Like a hidden message. So if I'm missing any messages, remind me, because sometimes Facebook will put them in, like it won't show you have a message. You have to like go and look at the, hidden messages or whatever. Josh says hashtag bang. Very true. We got the old Star Blast with a little, I don't know if you guys can see it. We got a little Frank hair right there. You guys see the Frank hair? Oh, thank you very much, Tomato Joe. Says good morning, brother. Thank you very much. Good morning to you as well. So Tomato Joe, I'm almost positive you're a new friend. So if you don't know, this is an arm wrestling channel. Oh, there's a fox running across the yard. Let's see. I wonder if I could show you guys. I went in his den. So see that big tree right there? The fatter one right behind there is where the fox lives. And we're back. So I missed the fox, but the fox was there. I got sidetracked by the fox. I was asking Tomato Joe, who's your favorite arm wrestler and why? What's up, dog? What's up, man? Tomato Joe says, yes, I'm using this channel. And by the way, I will be subscribing. Oh, thank you very much. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Tomato Joe says, new to this channel. That's awesome. Josh says, welcome, Joe. Absolutely. Everyone say hi to Tomato Joe. If I had to guess, Joe might be a fan of tomatoes. That's good. But Joe, who's your favorite arm wrestler? Sylvester Stallone on that one movie. He's talking about Over the Top. That was a good movie. And Tomato Joe, if you don't know, that was a actual tournament. That was a real tournament they had during the movie. So that's a little fun fact for you. But that movie's called Over the Top. Subdog says I'm his favorite. If you don't know, Subdog's other name is Sylvester Stallone. Tomato Joe says, as a matter of fact, I am. I used to work in the tomato fields here in Florida. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. It must have been, nice to have been around all the growing tomatoes. I usually don't eat tomatoes, but this year, from throwing the compost out, the compost pile, we had a whole bunch of tomatoes grew. I mean, I was just, every week I was just giving away, like 10, 20 pounds of tomatoes. It was crazy. Cherry tomatoes, the regular ones. We also had melons. We had melons in the yard, which was fun. I'll tell you what, a fresh melon from the yard is it definitely was very impressive. It's nothing like the store bought. When you cut into it, it looked like a glow stick. It was so orange. It was a cantaloupe. That's what they were. So Tomato Joe said, yes, I do know. It was a real movie based on true events. I just forgot the guy's name. So you probably talk about John Brzenk. He's the guy that won the truckers class. There was different classes, but he's the most famous one from that one is John Brzenk. That's what I would think. Subdog says Lincoln Hawk was his movie name. I forgot the movie name. Lincoln Hawk. Hawk Towing. Oh, Tomato Joe says, but don't get it wrong. I'm not illegal. I was born in America. Oh, good. Subdog says hello. Dillard. I think that's how you say your name. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. I think Dillard is another new friend. So just like we asked Tomato Joe, Dillard, who's your favorite arm wrestler and why? Maybe you're new to arm wrestling. You got some questions, so let us know. If you don't know, arm wrestling is a real sport. Nope. So Dillard says Dylan, just a nickname. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Dylan says Devin Lorette, my guy. That's a great choice. That's a great choice. There's lots of people's favorites. He's getting around. He's doing a lot of good stuff for the sport of arm wrestling. So that's a great choice. Dylan, is there a particular reason why he's your favorite? Is it the way he arm wrestles? Is it his character? Is there a certain reason that makes him your favorite? So Subdog says, with Levan's injury, Devin might be the best puller on the planet right now. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying he's been number 2 for a while, especially right. So it's sounding like Subdog. It sounded like he's out. Levan is got a serious. I know we were talking about it yesterday, but it's starting to sound like Levan is going to need some time for that one. Yeah, I have to look it up, see what that injury is. Dylan said, I don't pull myself, though, just a fan of the sport. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Is there any interest at all to compete or even practice maybe? Subdog says, just seen a lot of videos, but nothing official. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until something official comes out before I start. I don't even know. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I wonder. Oh, but it looks like I missed one. Dylan says a bit of everything, huh? So it means about Devin. That's why he's his favorite. It's a little bit of everything. Subdog's LO. I thought that was a PBR for a second. It could be. I could have emptied this out and refilled it with it. That is funny. That is funny. I mean, it is. What time is it? Let's see if I can get my. It is almost 8:30, so it's about that time. It's about PBR time. Nope, Josh agrees. That is funny. I haven't had one of those in forever. 5-10 years probably. Well, that's good. That's good. I know what Sup Dog drinks for his pre-workout. The old carbo load before you lift. Liquid carbs. Yeah, Josh, I feel you, man. That stuff, I think even for people with a regular stomach, they will also explode. Sup Dog says, "Oh, hello." Yeah, that's good. That's good, clean fun. Good, clean fun. Literally clean. Oh, you know what? I got this other tablet. I could probably look up some Levon information about the injury. I don't know if there's anything up there. Subdog says, like the stream, guys. Thank you very much, Subdog. Definitely hit that thumbs up button. Looks something like this. Definitely would be appreciated. So, this tablet is a little slow. Don't worry, guys. We'll get there. So I guess I'll just do YouTube real quick. So I just typed it on YouTube, and oh yeah, he's in a. I haven't clicked on any videos yet, but there's a whole bunch of pictures of him in a sling. So yeah, must be an elbow flexor. What? I'll save these videos for later. Maybe when we get the StreamYard up, we can pull up a couple of these videos and watch it together. Get our reaction. I know the YouTube likes to see people's reactions to videos. Let's see. Dylan says, no, my wrist is weak. LOL. That's all right. The best thing about that is it can get stronger. It can get stronger. So always remember, if you feel like trying the sport out, find a good team, let them know you're new, and they'll help you with the gains. Oops, the dog said it right there. A weak wrist just needs the right training partner. Then it's fun. Definitely is. Definitely true, Sup Dog. Definitely true. And good old Nightbot putting the Facebook in there, the Instagram. So if you guys want to send me a friend request, if you guys are interested in getting the Team Stone merchandise, t-shirts, straps, handles, and the Turtle Man 2 shirts, as well as coaching, hit me up on there. So Dylan says, yeah, maybe I don't think I have any place to practice or compete near me. Well, you said you're in Florida. Oh, no, that was Tomato Joe. Where you from? Give if you feel like it, give us your general location, and we'll probably be able to help you out with sending you on the right direction to find a team. Dylan says no, Illinois. So there's definitely arm wrestlers out there. There definitely is. Let's see. Anyone in the chat know any teams in Illinois? Yeah, I can't. Nothing comes to mind right now at this moment. There definitely is teams out there. There definitely is. So if you feel like it, shoot me a friend request. We'll be able to help you out. And we'll help find you a team. Oh, right there. So Dylan, if you hit up that Facebook link right there, it will bring you to a guy named David Shell. He is a guy that knows pretty much everybody. He will be able to find you a team. So if you are interested, hit that link, David Shell's Facebook. And message him, say, hey, I'm new to the sport. I'm looking for a team in my area, and he'll send you in the right direction. Dylan says, I have my first kid on the way. Don't know how much time I would have to sink into it. No problem. That's awesome. You got a kid on the way. That's awesome. But, it could be one of those things. If you just happen to have a free night and it's practice, you can swing by. Maybe you can make a little family thing out of it. Go to arm wrestling practice, and after, maybe, go out to dinner or something. You never know. Well, it's a good sport. I mean, the community is great. I used to be a powerlifter before I was an arm wrestler. I mean, the powerlifting community was good too, but compared to the arm wrestling community, arm wrestling is much more welcoming, I would say. I mean, arm wrestling, well, it's a weird sport, but powerlifting is more of a weird sport, if that makes sense. Dylan says, right, I'll look into it. Absolutely. Let us know how it goes. Subdog says, one practice can tell you what to do at home to help your gains. Absolutely. Josh says, boom, ads, LOL. The ads, gotta get the ads going. Good old ads. Anything good? Are they playing anything good? Or are they playing the weird stuff? They've been playing some really weird ads lately. Josh has no idea. I'm inserting them randomly into the stream. LOL. Ah, thank you, thank you. Dylan says premium is worth it. Sup dog says LOL. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking for that fox. I know I said it was there, but I don't think you guys saw it. I missed it. But I think it's a mama fox. Just eventually she's gonna come running out with all those little tiny foxes. There's a good amount of wildlife around here. We got lots of bears. There's lots of bears. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Sub Dog says my biggest concern is moose where I am. Those moose, they'll get you. Either when you're in your car, you're driving, or when you walk out of your house. And believe it or not, we actually have moose down here. I've only seen two of them. It was right on it still was in Connecticut. It was right on the border of Massachusetts and Connecticut. I was driving and I see these two, which I thought were deer. They didn't have any horns, antlers, I should say. And I'm driving. I was getting closer. Like, man, these are the biggest deer I've ever seen. And I get closer. I go, oh, they're not deer. They're juvenile mooses with no antlers. But we got moose up here. We even have mountain lion. Believe it or not, I saw when I was 16. I saw a mountain lion. A lot of people don't believe me, but a lot of people said it was a deer. But I'll tell you what, deers don't have tails that are 5 feet long. And if they do, I don't want to see that deer. Let's see. Josh says, I almost got ran over by a moose in land survival training in Spokane, Washington. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, that would have been a good video. That would have been a good video. I just picture Josh with his camera trying to dodge this moose. This moose is all pissed off. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, man. What'd you do to that moose, Josh, that pissed it off so much? Did you take a picture of its bad side, not its good side or something? Josh says, hell no, that thing was 2 feet away from me. That is close. That's a lot closer than I would like to be to a moose. That is true. Slip Dog says, moose ain't playing. I walked around the back of my house and damn near bumped into one. I quietly left, but not before we made eye contact. I wonder when you guys made eye contact, I wonder if you had the same thought, like, what the hell is this thing? You know, look at this thing staring at me. That is funny. That is funny. Josh says we were evading and hiding in a big bush catching some Z's. Until little friendly old moose comes to wake you up with that friendly moose wake-up call. Oh, man. How, Sup Dog, how are the people up there with mooses? Are they like, are they smart with mooses? Do they leave them alone? Or they got people up there that go and try to pet them because they look cute? I'm sure it's a mix. I'm sure it's a mix. Let's see. Josh has heard the sound of running. We thought we were going to get caught. It was a massive moose. Oh, man. Safe from one thing right into a moose. Josh has scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I bet, man. Get me too. Big old moose. Have you guys eaten moose? I've never eaten moose, I don't think. I wonder what the meat tastes like. I bet it's pretty good. I bet it's kind of like deer, maybe a little tougher if I had to guess. But I bet it's kind of like deer. Subdoc says most people understand that moose are not friends. And the people that think they are friends, they won't be here that long. Josh says it was taller at its shoulders than I was tall. That's a big moose. What do they weigh? Like 2,000 pounds? I would think at least half a ton, but I would say closer to, they got to weigh close to 2,000 pounds, don't they? Subdoc says moose is awesome. Yeah, I bet it's a good meat. I bet it's a good meat. Subdog says richer in flavor but less gamey. Oh, that's cool. That's good. I'll have to keep my eyes open for some moose. See if I can catch one. I'm looking. It's only a matter of time. Josh is probably more. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, these things are, fighting off grizzly bears. They got to be at least, a ton. That's a big. It's a big Bambi. I'll tell you what, that's a big Bambi. Who wasn't there a famous soldier or a group of soldiers that rode moose? Wasn't there I remember seeing something a while ago. Wasn't there people that rode moose like horses? And whenever I hear that, because I could have swore I remember seeing something a long time ago. Slipdog says fast too. Yep. You ain't outrunning them. Especially if there's snow. You ain't outrunning them. Your best bet, I don't even know. Stay away from the moose, everybody. Josh says Subdog wants to invite us to a moose hunt. Ah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Subdog says moose hunt, eh? Canadian, eh? Now, is that, I remember seeing something about the A's, the Canadian A's. There's one that's polite and there's one that's not polite. The AH and the EH. So is that the polite one or the not polite one? That is funny. But yeah, let us know, Sup Dog. We'll make a trip up. We'll get some arm wrestling, we'll get some lifting, and if we're lucky, we'll all get a moose. Ryan says, how many sheets of drywall you think a moose can carry? Well, the hard part is the moose, they ain't got no thumbs. So getting the drywall on their back is going to be the hard part. Now, if they had a helping hand, just put some drywall on their back, I would say a good amount. $50 sheets probably, at least. Subdog says, LO, the polite one. Oh, good. I appreciate that. That is funny. Subdog says the other one is like, hey, dumbass. Oh, good. I'm glad I know that now. So if someone's, if a Canadian is messing with me or not, if they're being polite, if they're messing with me, I'll know. Josh says, I'll pass for the hunt, but I'm in for the moose barbecue. That's a win-win. That's a good deal right there. I tell you what, there should be enough. We get one moose, there should be enough for everyone. That'd be pretty cool. Imagine a big arm wrestling practice. Excuse me. Imagine a big arm wrestling practice, and then got a half a moose cooking on a the wood fire grill, something like that, big old campfire, just half a moose cooking. That would be cool. Chris, what's up, man? Chris, you're not the Chris I'm thinking about, right? You're not the Chris on the team, right? Or is this a different Chris? But yeah, Chris, let me know if you're the Chris I'm talking about, or if you're a new friend. Because if you're new, we like to ask this question to new people: who is your favorite arm wrestler and why? Or maybe you're so new you don't even know what arm wrestling is. Well, you know what arm wrestling is. Everyone knows what arm wrestling is, but you may not know it's an actual sport. Subdog says, hit that like button. Thank you very much, Subdog. Make sure you hit that like button. It looks something like this. Definitely hit that like button. Drew, what's up, man? It's going to be a good day. Let's see, what else can we talk about? We talked about some arm wrestling stuff. We talked about mooses. What else can we talk about? Let's see. So today's training. After this video, we're gonna hop off pretty soon. I still got a little bit of the drink left. We're gonna hop off pretty soon. We'll be in the lab with training. It's gonna be recovery lift. So if you guys want to keep on hanging out after this video, don't worry. We'll be back with another live. It's gonna be called the Recovery Lift Live. So if you guys want to lift along, definitely feel free. You guys can ask questions. I'll be able to answer them in between breaks. And always remember, if you didn't get your gains in now, get them in later because they're out there. You just got to get them. So let's see. Nope. Let's see. What else can we talk about? I know I said before, but we're gonna have heat in the labyrinth. Looks like after today, we're gonna have a heater. I wonder how it's gonna do in the labyrinth. The labyrinth is it's challenging to heat. You know, it's got a good amount of space. It's got very high ceilings. I think if we can get to like, you know, high 30s, low 40s, that would be awesome. Get to the point where you're working out and the sweat doesn't freeze to yourself. That would be great. Oh, Subdog, that's a great question. So he says, tell us about how the Dungeon Super Series works. So that's a great question. So let's see, where do we start? So the Dungeon Super Series, it's an event. It's a super match series that's held in the dungeon. If you don't know what the dungeon is where the High Chief trains. It's his team, the dungeon. I train there on Saturday as well. I've been training there for at least 4 years. This past year, beginning of the year, was the first event, Dungeon Super Series 1. We're working on the second one. The way it works is it's so the training facility at Dungeon is an invite only place. So what that means is like we don't have the address publicly out there anyway. You have to be either invited or invited for someone that knows. But that being said, if you guys want to watch the event, in order to get the address, you have to buy the tickets first. Because we won't send the address out unless someone already bought the tickets for the event. The Dungeon Super Series, the money is given, the money from the pay-per-view, the money from the in-person tickets is given to the Turtle Man charity. But yeah, that's pretty much the base. Subdog, if you're interested in watching the event, just shoot me a message. I actually saw your friend request, so I just saw it a couple minutes ago when I was looking at the time. So it looks like we're already on a good start. Well, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the base. Let me know if I missed anything. If there's anything in particular you're looking for. It's a super match series. Last event we had nine incredible matches. We'll probably have about the same 9 or 10 matches for this one. It was a great event. If you still want to see the first one, it's still on the STONEtv memberships, the pay-per-view memberships. You'll be able to see that one there only on STONEtv. Once we have the second event, we'll go public with the first one. And then the second one will be exclusive only. But it's a great event. I mean, the first one was awesome. The second one is going to be even better. Yeah, let me know if I'm missing anything, Subdog, about the event. Anything in particular you'd like to know? Plus, after the matches, the after pool alone is crazy. We had the super matches on the downstairs, but during the after pulls, both floors were full of arm wrestling. So we had tables on the first floor and the second floor. There are tables everywhere. People were arm wrestling. The after pulls is public. I got videos of that, of all the after pulls. Not all of it, but there was so much I couldn't get it all, but I got a good amount of it. So it's a win-win, I would say. Even for the fans, you're going to you get to watch the super matches, and then after the super matches, you get to arm wrestle with the athletes for as long as you want. Josh says he wants to know where to sign up. Shoot me a Facebook message, and we'll get you. Now, I don't know if Josh means maybe he's looking for a match. Maybe he's both. Maybe he wants to watch and looking for a match. We could probably make that happen. Just got to shoot me an old Facebook message. Supdog says, "LO, I'll ride my moose there." Good. I'll tell you what, that thing's good on gas. The MPG on that thing it's impressive. Josh is smelling like maple syrup. LO, definitely true. That's I think that's the most popular cologne in Canada is maple syrup mousse. It's a nice it's like a musky sweet flavor, musty sweet scent. I mean, that is funny. That is funny. Supdog says busting the gut. So you must have liked that last joke. It was a good one. It got me too. I say a couple funny things once in a while. And if they're not funny, they're at least funny to me. That's good, clean fun. Some reason, when I picture that the Maple Moose cologne, I think of that Anchorman scene with the when he sprays the cologne and everyone's puking and running away and screaming. That's what I picture. Oh man, that was good. That's a good one. Josh says Panther piss. That's what it's called. 50% of the time, it works all the time. That's probably one of the best. That's one of the best quotes out there, I'd say. People use it all the time. I use it quite a bit too. Let's see. One thing I was keep on thinking about the Dungeon Super Series is, people fly and get hotels. But one thing, actually, I think James brought this idea up to me for the first one. We're looking into getting a big Airbnb. You know what I mean? Where we could fit all the arm wrestlers, maybe a couple other people, that we know. Can all split an Airbnb, some place to sleep, but also some place to arm wrestle, hang out. We could do a whole bunch of video stuff. So that could be something cool. Yeah, there's lots of ideas. Oh, good old Nightbot. Put the Facebook and the Instagram right there. If you guys want to shoot me a friend request, you want to reach out to me about the Team Stone shirts, Turtleman shirts, straps, one card handles, Team Stone straps. Someone say video. You might have. You're more than welcome, Josh, to make the trip up. Get the good shots. We're going to need a good camera guy. Somebody we could trust. Somebody that follows the rules. Somebody that has fun along the way. But definitely true. Yeah, it could be really fun. That could be really fun. Let's see, Subdog says, I got a few really big ideas that I'm keeping close to my chest. I'm trying to make them, but I got you. But don't worry, man. Some of the richest, most powerful people in the world are also, let's see, how did you spell that? E-tard. Josh says, I always follow the rules. Definitely true. Definitely true. But we like to have fun along the way. Like joking around, like secret videos. Brian says the maple musk. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like a sticky, musky, sweet smell. You know, like when it like sticks to your nostrils. You can't get rid of it for a while. It's a big after smell. The after smell is what gets you. Look, guys, that's pretty much it for me. Looks like we got a couple drops left. I'll wait just a little bit, see if there's any more comments coming in. But we're going to head to the gym, get ready to lift. So if you guys want to keep on hanging out, about 15 minutes-ish, I'll be back in the gym with another live. Josh says 5 seconds. Very true. So let's see. Since the 5 seconds is already up, it's about time we get the gains going. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing the videos. Definitely helps out a lot. Yep. So if you want to keep on hanging out, well, I'll be in the gym 15 minutes-ish with the recovery lift live. So feel free to lift along, get your gains in. What? It's gonna be good. But all right, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you very soon.